I can't get my head straight. All I keep thinking of is his words. Those wretched words he spoke as he drew his last breath. The old man, the itch, his words, they invade my thoughts every minute, but when I try to piece it all together, it's just one big blur. The doctors said that they couldn't help me. I saw them pointing at me with some strange men. It started to itch again. I need to write it, as far as I can, what I can remember. I was coming home from spending Christmas at my mom's house. It was a 4-hour-long drive, and I hated to do it at night, but I had a meeting the next day, so I just took my chances and left my mom's house about 9 p.m. The drive from the little town called San Luis to Madrid was exhausting. However, my sister and her fiancé were there, and so was many other family members I haven't seen in God knows how long. And in the end, it was a refreshing break from my tight regimen at the bureau. I was about 2 hours into the drive, and I was already extremely tired. All I saw were woods and trees and, well, more trees. I decided to keep going until I could find a little hut or motel even. All I knew is that I wanted to rest my eyes. I did find a little rundown house at the side of the road with the lights on. Just my luck. I pulled into the driveway and carefully knocked on the door, not knowing what to expect. The door opened, and an old man was standing there, looking at me with curiosity and intrigue. I told him my situation, and he kindly let me in as he explained that he had an extra room upstairs and some blankets and a pillow. I apologized for the inconvenience and thanked the man for his generosity. I went over to my new room and settled in. I fell asleep quickly after that. I dreamt of my handsome husband and my 1-year-old boy. Oh, how happy I was in my dream. Now they both hate me and are afraid of me. I didn't mean to do what I supposedly did to them. Bastards. They all lie to me. They want to get inside my head. Sorry, I lose span of my attention more and more frequently now. Anyway, I woke up to some ruffling and shaking downstairs. I figured the old man was up early and getting ready, so I got up from my bed, and as soon as I touched the doorknob, I hear the most heart-wrenching scream I had ever heard. All of my hairs on the back of my neck stood up at once. Something was terribly wrong. I got my knife I always carried for protection and carefully headed downstairs. The place was trashed. What had once been a lovely and cozy home of humble farmers was now completely wrecked. I stared at the window near the stairs, and his crops were almost in bad shape. It was like something had blown them away and trampled over them. I heard a groan. I went to look behind the fallen table and saw the old man. He was in a horrible shape as well. His scalp was visible with many bloody scratches going back and forth. He even had torn apart part of his ear, as I saw in his hand. He had his nails. They were bloody and damaged. He must have done this to himself. The man was as good as dead. I went over to try to communicate with him, maybe ask him who did this to him and his home. Just then, he softly grabbed my arm and whispered his last words. "They were looking for you, and they will get you, and they will get inside your head, girl." He let go of my hand. He was as good as dead. He died from blood loss, as best as I could see, but what did he mean by what he said? Was I followed from San Luis? No. The road was empty except for my car. Then what happened here? Had someone or something tailed me since the moment I entered his home? There was no time to ponder over the questions like this. I had to get out of the home, in case whatever wrecked the home came back. I went upstairs to grab my stuff with my knife tightly in my hand. I was about to go downstairs when I heard a voice. "Yes, the old man is dead. No sign of our primary objective, Agent William. I will proceed to check upstairs. A man dressed in all black except for his white gloves came up to the stairs. I cautiously waited for him and assaulted him with my knife. He was much stronger than he looked. He also had a mean left jab, but I managed to recover and stab him in the side with my knife. He still had the strength to fight as we tumbled down the stairs, and he landed on top of me. I thought I was going to pass out from pain, but he coughed up blood and I took my chance to stab him in the eye. He fell down cold. I removed the knife from his eye and whimpered to a corner. I had never killed a man before. I'm a hacker, not a field agent. I regained my will to flee half an hour later. I got into my car, loaded my stuff, and drove away as fast as I could. I had my knife still, bloodied between my legs. All the action had left me pretty tired. The adrenaline had died down, leaving me drowsy, but I had to keep going for my own safety. I had to see my family. I had to be safe. For them. I began seeing the lights. I turned on some music to help keep me awake, but the lights wouldn't go away. They came closer and closer until I flew back into the woods with my car, and then I realized headlights. Black Lincoln Navigator just like mine. I can't. Men in suits with white gloves. I'm losing consciousness. Everything was a blur. I woke up and I was in a white room. The very same one I am in right now. Many doctors and police officers came and asked me questions like, "Why did you threaten your husband at knife point? Is the boy okay? We're just trying to help you. Please tell us where your kid is and why did you attack your husband? Why did you keep screaming? They were in your head. Does it itch now?" I couldn't handle the pressure. I couldn't have kidnapped my son. I loved him. He was my boy. Why would I kidnap him and threaten my husband? I love him. It keeps itching in my head. I can't take it anymore. I'm putting the laptop down now. I need to rest my head. Maybe the itch will go away. Maybe this is all a dream. Maybe I'm still sleeping in the old guy's house. Maybe the men outside with the white gloves and the black suits will go away. Maybe the man with the scruffy beard will go away and stop telling me to go with him. Maybe it's just an itch.